Ian, two very different types of 1-1 draws in the last 3 days, I guess. You must be really pleased with the way your side grinded that one out.
Yeah, like you say, I think the last game against Torquay, it was just us peppering them for a long while during the game, at least 45 minutes. I think today, the back end of the game there, you just saw it was set piece after set piece, long throw after long throw, and they put us under a lot of pressure towards the end of the game, but very, very pleased with how kind of resolute we were. We showed a different side to us today. Really, really good first half. And the second half, we really had to fight for the point at the end, and I think we were well worth it.
I assume you knew that side was there, or at least you hoped that side was there, but to see it, and at a place like this, and on a night like this, I guess that gives you a lot of, satisfaction.
Yeah, it does, because it's, everybody knows the kind of football that we want to play, and it's attacking, and it's a bold way of playing at times, but we don't want to be a pushover, and to be successful in this league we have to be able to defend set pieces, long balls, a lot of crosses, and I thought we did that very well. Obviously the goal went in, we were a little bit disappointed that we conceded. It got the crowd behind them, and they got a lot of momentum there. This is the first time they've had fans for over 2 years, so we knew the crowd would be a massive influence on the game. But I thought at key moments we quietened down, we kept the ball for a little bit and just kind of took the tempo out of it. So I think we played very smart tonight.
It was a great opportunity to test out that new defence in how they defend against set pieces and dead ball situations, because again, you're not going to come up against somebody who's got a 60-yard throw every week.
No, it's some throw, I've got to say, it's some throw, and yeah, the towels were out and everything, and that's but it is a weapon. I understand why they use it, because it causes chaos and breaks up the play, and it gives them momentum. So you have to deal with that. We had to deal with that and then try and kind of pick the momentum back up in our way, which our way here wasn't easy, but I felt that we did a good job.
What did you tell your team before the game about handling the occasion?
We try to enjoy it, really. That's what we're here for. I mean, we've all missed the fans, but both, home and away. I like to come away and get a bit of stick from the away fans and hear them get behind the team, and it's our job to then try and quiet them and give our fans something to shout about. That's what football's about. So we wanted to enjoy it. We love having the fans back, both home and away, and we knew it would be a great atmosphere, and we wanted to spoil it a bit, really.
How much did you enjoy the goal against the run of play right at the end of the first half? Another goal for Carl Wootton early doors.
Yeah, I felt like we came out of the traps really well. The first kind of 15-20 minutes were excellent. Cairo was doing a great job leading the line and created a couple of quite good chances. But then, they kind of came back into it, and they had maybe the better of the play for the next kind of 15-20, and like you say, it was against the run of play, but it was a brilliant move and great movement off the back of the defender from Carl Wootton, and 3-3 for him is a great start.
I thought you will have caught a few people by surprise by not playing either Cal Roberts or Ruben Rodriguez from the start of the game. What was the thinking behind that?
The thinking is that Ruben had a really disjointed pre-season, where he had missed the first kind of week before the Colville game. He missed 10 days in isolation because of COVID, so he's been feeling his hamstring a little bit, and I felt to start him tonight would have been a huge risk and the potential to lose him for longer. We knew he'd have maybe half an hour in his tank, so we saved him for that. Cal, I don't think we need to go over Cal's injury history and the fact that he's just done brilliantly in 290 minutes, and again, for me it was not a risk that I was willing to take, but I knew it was great to be able to, as tired legs were coming in, to inject them into the game.
You touched on Cairo Mitchell making his first start of the season for the football club, Jim O'Brien making his first start as well. Talking to some of our colleagues up there from BBC Radio Wales, they rave about the guy. Every time that he's played against Wrexham, they think he's arguably one of the best players on the pitch. I wonder what sort of job you thought he did out there tonight.
Cairo?
No, Jim O'Brien.
The same as he always does, Jim. He had bags of energy, he created space for us, ran. When he got the ball towards the end, he was smart, kept the ball when we needed it to be kept. So Jim did a good game. Also thought Cairo did. It's his first game, it's a very difficult place to come, and I thought he held the ball well. He created problems 1v1. I think he showed the assets that he's got, so I'm happy with him as well.
When Conor Rawlinson came off, he looked like he might have been moving a little bit gingerly. Is he all right?
He was moving gingerly. He thanked me when he came off. He just said thanks for that. I needed that. It's a lot, and he took it out of his body, and there was a lot of runs he was going on towards the end. So we saw that he was struggling, and I just felt, I'll kick myself if he gets exposed in a 1v1 situation now, as I can see him tiring, and I just felt I'm so secure when I put Chickson in, it was no problem.
Alex Lacey was here tonight, went through a workout before the game, but not on the bench today, though he was on Saturday. When do you think he'll be ready?
I think he's getting closer. The challenge is finding him game minutes to get him up to speed. You know, I didn't feel like today was one that necessarily would be the ideal one to find your feet after a long period out, which is why he came with us. And if somebody struggled in the warm-up, obviously he'd have come in. We really need to get him in bigger areas and tested more in 11v11 situations in training, and I think he's going to be close. But certainly he can impact at the bench, but I'm not sure he's quite there to start yet.
Just finally, that's 3 games in the books now, 2 in 3 days, and against teams, you know, Torquay that were up there last season, though have looked slightly different this season, and Wrexham team that are going to punish a lot of teams here. I wonder what you've made of the start, albeit a brief start to the new season.
I think really I'd have been happy with 7 points based on today. I think a draw, we'll take a draw here based on the game and how it looked. I felt like we deserved 3 at the weekend against Torquay, but overall it's unbeaten start. We've scored 7 goals in 3 games. I think we can be happy with that return. And there's still areas I think we can get a lot better, which is obviously encouraging. I think it's an okay start, but we strive for more really.